CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jags.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, where for a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years, only at Beard's Diamonds.
Where else can you get luncheon, brunchin', boozin' specials? Only one place, at Culhane's Irish Pub at Atlantic Beach and on the south side. It's as Irish as you can get, owned by 4 Irish sisters. And they've got fish and chips, of course, shepherd's pie. Go today for lunch or dinner. Eat in, order out. Culhane'sIrishPub.com for the full menu. And try the new Five Sisters vodka at happy hour. Luncheon, brunchin', boozin' specials, and so much more. 2 locations, Atlantic Beach and the south side. Culhane's Irish Pub, Irish Sass with 5-star class.
For the ones standing guard. For the eagle-eyed. For the knights in shining armor. And for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, committed to helping keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com/safety, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We are into that travel, baseball, and softball season now for the kids, and with that, we need a reliable car, and we need folks that are tremendous at customer service just in case we need their help. Well, the place to go is Fields Auto Group. That's what we did. My wife loves leasing her Cadillac XT6 from Fields Cadillac, part of the Fields Auto Group. It's safe. We can trust Fields Auto Group, and hey, it's luxury for less while you're on the road. Fields Cadillac Jacksonville and St. Augustine are part of the Fields Auto Group family. There's also Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. It's luxury for less at all Fields Auto Group locations in Jacksonville. Plus, you'll also be part of their exclusive Fields Amenities program, where you get complimentary loaners, car washes, and cafes. We've tried the loaner program, gone in for routine service, and every experience with Fields Auto Group has been first class. Whatever you're driving, see Fields and step up to luxury for less. Check out their locations around Jacksonville. Just visit fieldsauto.com.
Are you in the need of a career change? Are you in the market for making more money? Or are you just stuck at a job right now that you don't really enjoy? Listen, I know career paths can be tricky, but whether you're just getting out of high school or you're looking for something new, J-Tech might be the school for you. Why not get an education you can actually put to use? Whether it's with automotive, diesel, HVAC, marine and RV, J-Tech is looking to train a brand new generation of highly skilled and essential employees. The cool thing with J-Tech is not only can they offer you the hands-on training that's going to help you move your future in the right direction, with their 16-to-1 student-teacher ratio, you're going to make sure you're getting all the skills that you need, all the hands-on training that you need to be successful and to shine. And don't think that they can't work around your time. To learn more about J-Tech, visit jtech.org, or better yet, give them a call at 904-483-9460. Ask for Hank to set up an appointment to tour the campus or get your questions answered. Once again, that's 904-483-9460, or visit jtech.org.
Currently, Encore Borland Groover Clinical Research, EBGCR, has a new clinical trial with Dr. Pino and Dr. Annie Lancani of Borland Groover for patients diagnosed with eosinophilic disease or individuals experiencing weekly unresolved chronic IBS with symptoms including bloating, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, cramping, abdominal pain, and other persistent GI concerns. Studies are currently ongoing across Jacksonville and St. Augustine, and you may be eligible to participate in a clinical study. To learn more, call 904-680-0871 or ebgcr.com/contact.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Did you know that according to the Department of Energy, heating and cooling account for almost half of the home's energy use and expense? We started our insulation business because we wanted to help people save money on those energy bills and live a healthier life.
Schedule a free evaluation today at koalainsulation.com.
Koala Insulation. Clean, knowledgeable, and trusted.
This is Duval County Medical Society President, Dr. Elizabeth DeVos, and I want to encourage those who are pregnant or considering pregnancy to get vaccinated for COVID-19. The leading U.S. professional organizations that focus on pregnancy and fertility all recommend vaccination. Plus, a large study of pregnant women showed infection earlier in pregnancy increased the risk for complications, including fetal death. Talk to your doctor if you have questions, protect yourself and your baby, get vaccinated for COVID-19.
We appreciate all the support over the years of our Action Sports Jacks Dream 18. Almost $200,000 raised for local charities. We want you to be a part of this year's edition of the Action Sports Jacks Dream 18 Golf Tournament. It'll be September 20th at the Golf Club at Southampton, brought to you by Cadillac. Come check it out. Be a part of it. Get a foursome, a tea sponsor. Maybe get your business involved. Go to actionsportsjacksdream18.com. Help give back to local charities that support junior golf and also the local military. ActionSportsJacksDream18.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Austin Lane. Check out Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 or ESPN690.com.
Hey, if you're like me, you got a ton of stuff in your garage. Well, you're not like me then anymore because I got some of that stuff off the floor. That's what I did. I called Easy Garage Solutions. So I got to clean this up. I'm a little OCD about it. I want to be able to get to my door every time. That's what I use to get in my house, through my garage, not the front door. And so we were able to get Easy Garage Solutions out there, and no more hurdling shoes, bats, bikes, balls, the rest of it. Go to Easy Garage Solutions. It's as simple as that. One-of-a-kind monkey bar technology that will last a lifetime. That's where you hang the bikes and the lawn equipment and everything else. Easy Garage Solutions, shelving and overhead storage for boxes and bins, all that Christmas decorations. Easy Garage Solutions. Check them out at easygaragesolutions.com. Do what I did. It's that easy. Welcome back, everybody. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau, Austin Lane, Casey here on a Tuesday. Jags were off yesterday, back at it today, and had pads on today. Getting after more winners and losers. That was an observation today. C.J. Henderson back on the field. There's an observation from today as well. And it was interesting to watch the practice with Maurice Jones-Drew because at times he was like, man, who's that guy? That guy's playing well. That guy's playing well. And then there was a couple of drills and he's like, man, this is competitive.
Yeah.
So he bounces around other camps. And I thought it was very interesting to hear Maurice Jones-Drew say that. He's like, dang, look at that, man, that's competitive. This is competitive out here. Like, he noticed that. That jumped out to him after being out there for not that long. And, again, every camp is different. Every coach is different. But this was one of those days where I think Urban Meyer said, hey, we're going hard today after a day off. Then we'll start tapering down toward that Saturday night game and have you ready to play. But this was one of those days. It was hot out there. Pads were on. It was a winners and losers couple of periods. And it was highly competitive out there today. Now it's almost get ready for the first preseason game.
Well, and this is what you find out what you have in terms of quality guys in that locker room. Because traditionally, when you have a day off, you have a couple options. You can recover your body, whether it's getting an extra cold tub in, getting some foam rolling sessions, a deep tissue massage, or whatever the case may be. You can take care of yourself that day, rest and relax. Or, you can maybe, I'm sure you can't do this right now, but you can go out to the beach bars a little bit and hang out. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually break. Would do that. I'm not sure if you can break camp, but I did see the Kansas City Chiefs went to the Garth Brooks concert, and Andy Reid was there himself. And Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they were all at the Garth Brooks concert. So maybe you can break camp these days. I'm not sure what the CBA actually entails. But it goes to find out, okay, so you have that day off. We got to come back here and work, and we got to find out what players are made of now. That to me was the point of today's winners and losers. It was the point of really increasing the tempo of practice once again. It's not letting guys get complacent and not letting guys get comfortable. Because after that break, sometimes you're a little lackadaisical. Sometimes, you're like, yeah, I'll get back into it eventually. You don't have time to do that because the first preseason game is right around the corner.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I watched Urban Meyer after practice too, and part of the thing with Urban is you got to run off the field, you got to run everywhere. We heard some of the players say that, and there were a couple of guys that were, I don't know if they were running like the Olympic Games, that kind of walking, but it was kind of more of a walk. And he wasn't like yelling at him, but he'd be like, "Come on now, let's go." Let's go. Like he was trying to get him to that finish line.
No, for sure.
So I thought that part was interesting as well. Cool moment after practice by a man by the name of Royce, who does a lot of cooking for the community on the east side. They brought him in to the circle and surprised him with a smoker. And they rolled up with the smoker. And it was a cool moment. And Urban Meyer was fired up about it, too. I've had some video out on Twitter. And I think the Jaguars were put more. They were kind of closer in it with some of that and what was being said. But then Royce broke down the team after. I thought that was pretty good. And the guys seemed to have a lot of fun with it, too.
That's cool.
I talked to Royce a little bit later on because we had previously met I think he works at M-Shack. And so we had met a while back, and he said he'll have that smoker ready to roll, baby, ribs, chicken, everything that he does for the community. So nice gesture by the Jacksonville Jaguars there for sure. Hey, the C.J. Henderson part of my observation, him being back, I don't know what it means. I don't know what it says. I don't know, okay, when it comes to C.J. Henderson. I don't know how any of us can. This at practice, not at practice, personal reasons, back out there. I view that, Austin, as these guys, the coaching staff especially, is trying to get him right, trying to get him there, that's my view of it. But again, this is just something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Like, to the point, he hasn't practiced enough probably to even play on Saturday, right?
That's hard to say. I would probably say he hasn't practiced enough. And I think other guys have earned opportunities to get a lot more reps. I mean, it's to the point now where Charlie Strong even acknowledged that, they went to C.J. Henderson's house to see where he's at and everything. And he even admitted going with Urban Meyer. So we're to that point now of the chapter, that point of the narrative. And listen, I've said this many times before. C.J. Henderson has a lot to prove to Urban Meyer, whether it's Joe Cullen, whether it's Charlie, whoever the case may be, because they don't care that he was a first-round pick last year. Like, that does not matter to them. Now, on paper, it would be, well, you got to give this guy another shot because you invested so much capital into getting him in the first place. But Urban Meyer doesn't care. And I just feel like if they get this sense that whether it's a mental thing, a physical thing, but that he can't match what they're trying to ask of him of this defense, then I think Urban Meyer has no problem of letting C.J. Henderson go and obviously getting something for him on the market. With that being said, though, I also think that Urban Meyer is a proud individual in terms of coaching, and he wants to try to milk every ounce of effort out of all of these players. And I think Urban Meyer would feel like he'd be doing himself a disservice if he just let the C.J. Henderson thing slide and he didn't try to get a maximum effort, a maximum output from C.J. Henderson. So I get the sense now, like, listen, you got to go slow. You got to take this day by day with C.J. Henderson. But I feel like Urban Meyer is going to do his due diligence and do everything in his power to be like, I'm going to try my best to get the best out of you because that's what type of coach I am.
That's a good point, too. And I think that's one of his strengths. He's able to, really get the most out of probably any kind of player. And what I mean by that is super talented player, superstar kind of player, just blue-collar kind of player. It seems that individual. Now, is it 100%? Probably not. But it feels like it's a high percentage. Guy who's been in trouble. Guy who might not feel like he wants to be a part of it. He's been able to get that player to perform. It feels very New England-like, You get a player that might look like the rails are falling off in one way, shape, or form. New England brings him in and boom, plays well. Has a feel like that. Yeah. And I think Urban, if you look back at his career, and obviously there were notable instances at Florida, right? And some you could even be critical about because of some of the off-the-field stuff, but was able to manage that. I'm not saying look the other way on the off-the-field stuff, but the one thing about that team with the game had a lot of stuff going on that could have been distractions and all of this, and was still able to bring that all together, team leaders, Urban Meyer, the rest, and perform at a very high level. So I agree with you in the sense that, hey, listen, if somebody's going to get C.J. Henderson back on track or get the most out of C.J. Henderson, I think Urban Meyer can do that. Charlie Strong can help do that. I think this way about Taven Bryan. If he can get on the field, if somebody's going to get the best that Taven Bryan has and hasn't used yet, I think it could be a guy like Urban Meyer. I think he's shown an ability to do that. Now, he's not a miracle worker, okay? I mean, these guys are going to want to buy in and do it too, and you got to be right. And we don't know where C.J. Henderson is, but the bottom line is he was back on the field. Charlie Strong had this to say about C.J. Henderson and going to the house and trying to get C.J. right.
No, we didn't have to go over to get him to come to the facility. We just had a conversation with him. But, anytime you have a great young man like that, you want to make sure that you do everything possible to help him and to help him get back on track. And I telling Coach, I said that, we're out of the process of just trying to just get guys and just push them aside. Our whole thing is just creating value for them.
That's Charlie Strong. And I got to tell you this, folks, and if you feel this as a fan, but I feel it from a media standpoint. I mean, the transparency and even admitting they went to his house. I know they were asked a question. I know it's been out there a little bit. I told you this last Thursday, I think it was, right? And I appreciate the transparency from Charlie Strong here in saying that, yeah, they did that, and they're